no,
Absolutely not. We are not Boleynning this child.
No, this is very gross. Don't. You can say it looks like they haven't named the episodes, or at least it's not currently showing.
Yeah. Yeah, because it says episode 1 for me.
Just double checking over here on IMDb. No, everybody's just got numbered episodes. All right, cool. Alrighty, here we go. Hi, I'm Jessa.
I'm Alex.
And this is Jessa and Alex Watch.
The heyday of Game of Thrones. Honestly, I stuck in there up until like the last part 1 and part 2. Like I knew that the episodes were declining, but I was still having a really good time. All this to say, that was my favorite show on TV. It had been my favorite show that I had ever seen. I was just so excited for it. I loved it so much. It was a combination of everything that I loved. And if you can tell, before they did what I feel is an abomination to a wonderful character of Daenerys, I was so obsessed with the Targaryens, and I was obsessed with Dany. I mostly loved Dany in relationship to the Dothraki, so I'm really interested to see more about this dragon lore and if I connect with the actual Targaryens more now that we're working with them, because I just really
without
loved
them being like the outsider across the sea. Yeah.
Exactly. But I love this lore and I love this world a lot, so I'm really, really, really excited to watch it.
I've been like neutral on this show until just like the last 2 weeks, and then I just suddenly was like, no, I'm into it. I started watching the promo stuff, and I probably like 90% of that is because I'm such a fan of Matt Smith. He is my doctor, and I have been dying for him to have a like successful villain role in like a fantasy or sci-fi. He has been cast as a villain multiple times, and then every time it's been in something that's been a flop. So I'm ready for this to be the one, because from the time when he was playing the doctor, everybody thinks of like the sweet, goofy childlikeness. Yes. But his doctor had a real dark
when he
edge.
had his mean streak, that was when he was the most daddy doctor. And there's not a better way to explain it, but I think that gets the point across.
Yes.
He just was like, it was like, oh,
right.
Okay.
Like, oh, this sweet young thing, there's a lot going on.
A lot. Okay. What's underneath that smile, doctor?
Exactly. In the last couple of weeks, like as I was like, no, I think I'm into it. I've also seen, for everybody who has been like on the internet, like, those finales really killed my interest, I'm not even gonna watch. Everybody's like, no, I'm gonna watch. So.
I mean, I think even with it being the finales being a disaster, there's something to be said for a show that really captured the entire world for a good solid years that it was on. Yeah. And even though we have a bad taste in our mouth about it, I think now is the perfect time to come out with like we've forgotten about it enough that it's not such a trauma. Such a trauma.
If it came out like a month later, no way that people would have.
Right. But now it's been a couple years, and it's been a couple long years. That seem timeless. We don't know what happened in those years. So I think it's the exact right time for it. We're all like desperate for the nostalgia of the comfort of every Sunday knowing that a Game of Thrones something will be out.
And you know what I was thinking about today? I wonder if Succession will take a hit if this show grabs everybody's imagination, if people are locked in. I wonder if Succession will take a hit, because it actually was sort of a replacement for it, because it's the same stories, right?
Yeah.
I know that this show is about succession, like that is the whole thing,
right?
So I wonder if we're getting our backstabbing family drama with the addition of dragon. I mean, I'm still in for those horrible Roys. I'll still be watching, but I wonder if some people will fall off.
I think it might be good for HBO because they're on alternate schedules, right? Like they're not gonna be on at the same time. So I think maybe if this goes really well, people might be like, oh well, I'm not gonna just cancel my HBO after, that's a bright side.
I gotta say, I was never a dragon girl. I was a horse girl. But I have discovered recently that I do love water dragons. I love the dragon in Spirited Away and the dragon in Shang-Chi. So what I'm saying is, I'm not a big Western dragons person, but the fact that there are so many of them in this show and they're like cool, different colors and personalities, I might be into it.
Yeah, I am kind of a dragon girl, but in the same way, I'm a horse girl because in my opinion, if you're doing a dragon right, it's like the combo of like a horse and a dog, but like pretty and large.
Yeah.
So like I love the How to Train Your Dragon. And these dragons are going to be really pretty. So I like that. And I like the Aragon mentality of having like a bond with your dragon. Like it's your soul dragon. Because that's the same sort of horse girl narrative. Like you're the only one that can connect with
nobody else
dragon.
Can ride.
Yes.
No power in the world could stand against it.
We have a very like Galadriel opening here.
The only thing that could tear down the house of the dragon was itself.
/ Jaime Lannister with a knife in the throne room.
The Kingslayer.
I've been curious about the costumes. I'm wondering if they were going to really think about them being like a couple hundred years or whatever it is. Okay, almost 200 years before the Game of Thrones show.
And I'm glad they gave us that little blurb before to let us know where we were in timeline. That's nice too.
I mean, obviously the flying is a huge attraction too.
Welcome back, princess.
So that's our narrator.
Look how pretty her sleeves are.
That's almost large enough to settle too.
I believe I'm quite content as a spectator. Thank you.
Okay. That was gay.
Yes, it was. So pretty.
Look at him go. I do love the design of this carriage. It's beautiful. Production design for this universe continues to be stunning.
So interesting that we're getting this and Rings of Power, both prequels set in like an empire at its height.
I also walk hand in hand with my best friend through the castle. I mean, I guess I could, but...
Your Grace.
Good morrow, Alicent.
Did you sleep?
What's the tea between Alicent and Mama?
I said to him, well, I believe you might be looking up the wrong end.
The growing alliance among the free cities.
This wig is beautiful.
That's what I said about. I was just like stunned by its beauty, and it's the right white for his skin tone.
And darker, closer to, it's a very good wig.
Cupbearer must not be late. Leaves people wanting for cups.
I was visiting Mother.
On Dragonbank?
What is the smell of a dragon? Why do they have a specific smell?
Do you think it smells like metallic? Would be my guess. Like
because of the scales.
Like fire and blood.
Whole realm will celebrate.
We have no way of predicting the sex of the child.
Of course, no mace is capable of rendering an opinion free of conditions, are they now?
She's right there. So, like, what, a couple people chose a boy and now it's a boy forever?
That is just a health and safety hazard, folks.
It seems so uncomfortable. As part of being king, like, having a sore butt.
Se paveso goscoriositmasta.
I can sense him. I feel him coming.
Now, you and I both own a small piece of our ancestry.
When Princess Nymeria arrived in Dawn,
Nymeria.
What was his name?
Lord something.
This is very cute that
I
they're
know.
studying.
Beautiful. This is like a painting.
Mm-hmm.
Very Secret Garden vibes.
Mm.
You want him to have a son?
I want to fly with you on Dragonback, see the great wonders across the narrow sea, and eat only cake.
Same, girl. I want to fly with my girlfriend atop a dragon and eat only cake. I don't need a kingdom.
The dream.
I like this position. It's quite comfortable.
Wow.
Ooh. Girlfriend, unfortunately, is a Marjorie, so she will not do to that.
Can you say yet what it is?
I don't like it.
No.
It's Vaseline, it's Vaseline, it's Vaseline. Vaseline with something viscous.
We should leech it again, Megan. It's a wound that refuses
Is it dragon scale? No, it's not growing, and it's not.
It's cauterization. Cauterization would be a wise course of treatment.
Cauterize that infected wound.
I mean, it theoretically
Hopefully
would kill
the
infection, unless it's like in his blood or something. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I have no idea what the hell I'm talking about.
Sam. Yes, let's bathe in some milk of the puppy.
You spend more time in that bath.
Has there been any word from your dear brother?
Not since I named him commander of the City Watch.
Well, you might be closer than you think.
We do understand. But nothing will cause the babe to grow a cock if it does not already possess one.
This
The vibe that I'm getting from the storytelling is Queen Jane lay in labor for 9 days and more. What I'm saying is, I don't think she's living out of this pregnancy.
Me either. You're giving me some Catherine vibes.
Did hone for the hunt.
Ooh.
Beginning tonight, King's Landing will learn to fear the color gold.
What were their crimes, sir? Hi.
I don't think this is so much order as it is chaos that you're bringing, Sarah.
Well, they brought they gave the sadistic brother the job of cop to get rid of him, which you know, so
Prince cannot be allowed to act with this kind of unchecked impunity.
yeah, guys. Great advice.
Mother?
Daemon.
Speak of the devil.
It's interesting.
You mightn't know this unless you left the safety of the Red Keep, but much of King...
Enough.
I just hope you don't have to maim half of my city to achieve this.
Time will tell.
If only the prince would show the same devotion to his lady wife as he does his work, your grace. The Vale, or at Runestone, for quite some time.
I think my bronze bitch is happier for my absence.
Lady Rhea is your wife.
You're in want of a woman to warm your bed. Your own lady wife passed recently.
I wouldn't play with Otto. Otto gives me very Tywin Lannister vibes, and that makes me fear him and respect him at the same time. Like, I never really liked Tywin, but I always respected him.
Yeah.
Except for when he slept with Tyrion's love. That was pretty.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Could even arrange one with Silveria.
Everybody's very interesting.
Leagues to be at these games, but I promise you will not be disappointed.
Imagine throwing a birthday party for your son and he hasn't been born yet.
Yeah.
In our histories.
Who is she? Why is she
And this
so
great day
highly ranked
has
as
been
the
made
best
more
friend of the
auspicious.
princess?
She's Otto's daughter.
Okay. Ooh, interesting. Yeah. I'm liking Otto,
Yeah.
and that's
drama. It's right there.
spicy.
Yeah.
Especially with the king being sick. Hand of the king,
Right.
the out of control brother.
Yep. The ingredients are there.
I've never heard of House Cold.
Princess Rhaenys Targaryen. I would humbly ask
Her
for the
sass.
fate of the queen who never was.
I would want to punch her. Where's her dragon?
Choose you, cousin.
I would gladly take it if I thought I needed it.
All right. Hope someone spears you in the throat.
That's apparently her title, the queen that never was.
Lovely.
That's what everyone calls her.
Are they married? That's cute.
Yeah.
How did you get all of this so quickly?
I told you I've been watching like the featurettes.
Oh, okay. I thought I like missed something.
No, you didn't. This is really fun. This POV. Ow. It's gonna leave a mark, guys.
So sorry. I guess you did need that favor, and even that wasn't enough.
That he's just unhorsed both of the Baratheon lads.
Your accent's incredible, sir. The Baratheons.
This is a massive freaking set.
Prince of the city will now choose.
Did they say Prince of the City without shoes?
Will now choose.
I will be
That
putting
would be
my
quite a
subtitles
special
on
title.
now. Yes, High Pony. Yes, dual color. Yes, skunk hair.
Love the all the dragon detailing of his armor.
Mm-hmm.
The overlapping scales and everything.
Prince Daemon Targaryen chooses Sir Gawain Hightower of Old Town, eldest son of the Hand of the King.
Otto.
I don't think that's part of the rules.
Oh. The horse got up.
Nicely done, Uncle.
Thank you, Princess. Now,
Stop being in love with your niece, you weirdo.
They're Targaryens. They're all about keeping it in the family.
Yeah, I do think that might be why someone was having a little trouble finishing with his brunette.
Yep.
She said, should I bring someone silver-haired in for you? Childbirth was it's a miracle you guys got it done back then. I want to be in the UK in a birthing pool and having
with a couple of
Castaner
wife nuns
exactly.
around me. Yeah, if we don't have germ theory, we should probably not attempt a cesarean. Is everyone in this sport a bad sport?
With wanton violence.
It's been 70 years since King Maegor's end. These nights are as green as summer grass. None have known real war.
Their vibe is great. I want to be a part of that family.
Yes.
Just that's the goal, isn't it? If you couldn't be queen, to just have your husband that you can talk shade about.
Yeah, exactly.
Talking shade with,
yeah. Have a couple cute kids and then just sit and drink wine and say mean things about everyone.
There is a chance that we can save the child. A technique is taught at the Citadel which involves cutting directly into the womb to free the infant.
They don't have
But the resulting blood loss...
7 house bells.
And then Matt Smith said, "No man born of woman can kill me."
Yes, exactly. Wow. Right. Well, I mean, exactly. That is proof that cesareans did happen.
Right. That's what I was thinking about. I mean, I don't know how his mom fared after the whole ordeal.
I can't imagine she survived. Oh, you guys are such bad sports.
I love you.
We couldn't give her any more warning.
Right.
You're just gonna let them stab her and her be awake, and you're not gonna tell her?
Please.
That thing looked rusty as hell. I don't think so.
First incision. Please hold it still.
Don't be scared.
It's not looking good, Maddie.
Isn't that a loss? He was unhorsed.
Prince Daemon Targaryen wishes to continue in a contest of arms.
Of course he does.
Right, but this guy is our hot ingenue, so I don't think it's gonna work out for you.
Yeah. Truly horrifying.
We couldn't have given her like a bottle of wine.
Yeah. Don't be Oberon.
Yield.
Gods, he's Dornish.
I was hoping to ask for the princess's favor.
Sure.
Dracarys.
That of your succession.
The king has an heir, my lord has.
Despite how difficult this time is.
Honestly, I think we could let him
Have
go to the dinner at the church before we.
Right.
The City Watch is fiercely loyal to him. An army 2,000 strong.
An army you gave him, Otto.
Otto, what's up?
The realm. Putting Daemon in command of the City Watch
Right,
was your solution.
A half measure, your grace. The truth is, Daemon should be far away from this court.
Otto knows that Daemon is his only like real threat.
Competition. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you saying? My brother would murder me. Take my crown.
We're not saying that. He's a little unhinged.
An aberration for the king to name a successor.
Well, who else would have a claim?
Oh, maybe his daughter, who's great and is a beautiful writer.
Right.
The king's firstborn child.
Thank you.
Perhaps we shouldn't break 100 years of it by naming a girl heir.
Perhaps you could shut the fuck up.
Worse, he is impulsive and violent.
I don't know Daemon well enough to have an opinion on that yet. I need to see more of him in action to know. Definitely violent, but I'm not sure about impulsive yet.
There are others who would have a claim.
Such as your wife, Lord Corlys, but the queen who never was.
Rhaenys was the only child of Jaehaerys' eldest son. She had a strong claim at the Great Council.
She had a better claim. Oh, she's like Margaret Beaufort, is that her name in the War of the Roses?
Suffer crows that come to feast on their corpses.
Yeah, guys, honestly, this was just not the time to have this conversation.
But this was already a debate the last time you were choosing a successor.
Right.
Not like out of the realm of possibility. Like for her to be called the queen that never was, it had to be an option that she could have been queen. So why don't we just name the daughter that is, we know can do the job as a lead, other than a baby who we don't know, and a man who has proven himself to be violent and like not just with the people.
I thought you might go to him, offer him comfort.
Absolutely not. We are not Boleynning this child.
No, this is very gross. Don't.
I wouldn't know what to say.
Stop that. He'll be glad of a visitor.
That's his whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Make Rhaenyra be named heir, because that gives him time to get his daughter married to the king and have a child so that he then gets to be the puppet king.
What is it, Alicent?
I thought I might come and look in on you, Your Grace.
It's very kind, thank you.
Their obsession with white is so funny.
Last night, Prince Daemon bought out one of the pleasure houses on the Street of Silk.
This fucker.
Oh, this
gods
little
give
tie.
just as the gods take away.
He took the heir for a day. I corroborated this report with 3 separate witnesses the evening.
We didn't see that.
I see Otto Hightower for what he is.
An unwavering and loyal hand.
A cunt! A second son who stands to inherit nothing he doesn't seize for himself.
Otto, I have decided to name a new heir.
I'm your heir.
Not anymore. You are to return to Runestone and your lady wife at once. And you are to do so without quarrel.
Okay.
By order of your king.
Do you think he's the kind of person who you'd keep on side, dude?
Yeah. Remember how he commands an army of 2,000? What do we think the symbolicism of that was? Cutting your finger on the Iron Throne.
Father.
Name the daughter, name the daughter, name the daughter.
There are power men should never have trifled with.
So does he have a dragon?
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it.
You are the very best of your mother. And I believe, as I know she did, that you could be a great ruling queen.
Promise to be faithful to King
Really cool if they went with like Russian influence. That's new because we never really had Russian in Game of Thrones.
And it makes sense for them.
Is named heir the Princess Rhaenyra.
That's rough for Rhaenys.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, can he not take his dragon to his home?
Give me your hand.
This secret, it's been passed from king to heir since Aegon's time. Now you must promise to carry it.
Oh, this is pretty. I do think your brothel scenes were they served a point to tell an interesting story. They didn't seem like needless boobs, which I really appreciated.
Sex position, which was what Game of Thrones got dinged for early on. Whew. All right, so much to discuss. First thoughts, I'm intrigued. Several of the characters I'm very interested in. Otto seems, to quote Daemon, he's a cunt, and I can see that.
Yeah, and I like that. I'm interested in that.
Yeah, why are we in Westeros if we don't have one at least?
Yeah.
Daemon is fascinating. Again, like, I definitely do bring a lot to it by being such a fan of Matt Smith and his acting. But also I've watched, quite a bit of the material they've released so far, so I kind of already went in with a certain opinion on the different characters and relationships because I've heard the actors' views on their characters. So I definitely, Daemon's just intriguing to me because we get a good look at him being like really horrifically violent, but also there's a lot of tenderness there, and there's
Yeah.
insecurity, which is interesting, but not insecurity in like of the Viserys 3 like pouty annoying brat kind of way.
No.
But
Him
in a very
hiding under his little scarf
yeah,
and meeting his like
girlfriend, basically
his chosen person that he spends time with. Her talking to him and being like, it's gonna be okay, and like coaxing him through it, and him just like crying under I was like, oh buddy. and then at the end too, he just like going to his dragon for comfort. And when we were watching them talk about it and the, like explaining the episode, like him being like, there is a lot of like love for his brother there, and you can see that even with how the king spoke about him. I mean, the king is an interesting character too, because he's really our Ned Stark, right?
Yes.
Like he's very kind and gentle, which means he can't last very long in this universe.
Yeah, that's a great comparison, because I've seen that the actor has said multiple times, and it's kind of come up in a few of the interviews and things I've read, that Viserys is a good man and a bad king, which is why he cuts his hand on the throne. He's not
it's not meant to be sitting there.
Yeah. So that's really interesting. But Matt Smith says that Daemon doesn't want to be king. So that's interesting.
That is interesting.
So I'm just, I
what does he want? Because it seemed in this first episode, without Matt Smith telling me, that he does in fact want to be king, and perhaps he wants to be married to his niece. Those are the two wants that I saw from him.
So this is my question. When did plural marriage and like formalized incest become a thing with the Targaryens? I couldn't tell about.
They're also very blonde, so
I couldn't tell if the mother, she didn't seem to be like mommy aunt. So, and she had a different surname. Hold on, when I was looking up the actress, I could tell. I was like, this pregnant angelic wife, she's definitely our Jane Seymour. She's not making it out of this episode alive. Bye-bye. She's an Aaron.
Oh, as in John Aaron?
Mm-hmm. A-R-R-Y-N.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, I mean, maybe if this is like pre-formalized incest, they were just, the Targaryens were getting around, because Daemon isn't married to a Targaryen. He was married to I can't remember what was the surname.
He certainly is not married to a silver-haired woman.
Right. Yeah. So interesting. I mean, it's, to me, just like, fellas, let's take the drama out. Like, I don't know if we've discussed incest as a possibility yet, but that does seem like the most chill option. Daemon and Rhaenyra like each other, have them married, they're on the throne, you guys can stop with the dramatics. But I am but a humble woman who gets too emotional. So
Rhaenyra also seems to be into her best friend, which is interesting. Like, she was giving a real looky poo at her coming out of that carriage in that opening scene. I don't like the Boleyning of her that Otto is trying for, and I like the dad right now, and I'm not trying to see a Kevin Spacey and beautiful, what is that movie called? Little girl American Beauty situation where he's like lusting after his daughter's best friend. It's really gonna ruin it for me.
Because right now I'm getting like basically decent, needs to be a little smarter around his counselors.
Right. And like, I do think Daemon has a point when he's saying like, they can tell you're weak. Like, these are people that know you're sick. They're taking advantage of you.
Right.
So I do think he's right in that. They're just I think all of their characters are really rich right now. I'm really interested in them, which is good.
Yes.
I think
which is, that's the classic Game of Thrones thing, is having a bunch of really compelling characters they don't have to be good people even.
And most of them shouldn't be. Like, a lot of them shouldn't be in order to make Game of Thrones work. Like,
right. I'm very intrigued by the Valerians, Rhaenyra and, I mean, not Rhaenyra, sorry, Rhaenys and what's her husband's name? Corlys. As you pointed out, them just sitting, like, saying bitchy things during the tournament, delicious. But Rhaenys is so interesting because, oh, cool, now we're going to have women as the queen, cool. She definitely has a better claim than Rhaenyra.
Right, and but her time has passed, kind of, because her, because now it should go to an heir.
She becomes queen by combat.
Right. So, I mean, I would love to see them fly on some dragons and battle it out. But
I think this is supposed to be heading toward massive civil war. So I'm guessing Rhaenyra, I mean, maybe she wouldn't even be stumping for herself, but for her kids, because again, she's very Margaret Beaufort, the what was she called, like the Wolf of France or something. She's a person with a claim to the throne, and if she decides instead, okay, chill, let me put forward my child, which I think the boy was the older of the two kids. No, I think the girl was the older of the two kids. Anyway, it doesn't matter. If she decides to push forward one of her children as the heir to the throne instead, and to win by conquest instead of by blood.
This is an interesting thought. Yeah, there was so much richness about where this could go. And that's like the sign of an extremely good pilot. And you're right, the kids were in focus a lot during the tourney scene, which again, great use of the medium to tell the story. Like, we weren't even formally introduced to them, but they were on screen and we saw them multiple times.
Yes.
Very, very interesting. I can't wait for next Sunday. I can't wait to see how this all unfolds. And I hope you guys are watching it. And will subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you won't miss this or any other videos that come out on our channel. And please leave we're watching it along with you, like, week for week. So please leave all of your guesses and things like that down below.
Spoilers.
But not spoilers. Boring. Like, if you know something, use your own judgment, be smart about it. If this is a theory, then please share with us. We would love to talk to you about it. If this is like, well, I heard on this page that it's this, we don't want to hear it.
No, that's so fun.
Alrighty. Bye.
Bye.